Welcome back. It's summertime, officially, almost, and that means you're likely to be in the car a ton over the next few months. June is safety month, so we want to give you some tips on how to make it a safer experience than it might otherwise be. We have the perfect man. Ed Lowe is editor-in-chief of Motor Trend. He has a brand new vehicle behind him, and he's going to show us how to make this as safe as it can be.
All right.
What's your first tip?
Well, first thing is, with new vehicles, you can look under the hood. You can do a bit of a visual safety check before you go. But to be honest, there's a lot of plastic here. They're not really meant to be serviced at home.
No, they're definitely not.
You can do things like check your brake fluid. You can check your oil,
wiper
fluid and coolant. But to be honest, just make sure you've maintained it well at the dealership.
Right.
I would say the big thing to look for before...
You're not adjusting valves in that thing, though.
No, you're not. No, you don't want to really get into these modern cars.
But your tires, you can.
Tires are hugely important for two reasons. The National Highway Transportation Safety Administration says the number one cause of tire failure is underinflation.
Huh, okay.
Underinflation also affects fuel economy and stopping distance. Our good buddies at TireRack.com told us that if you are half the tread wear, you get 50% greater stopping distance. By the time you're near the end of the tire's life, you can have as much as 100% greater stopping distance.
That's scary. So how do I know? How do I know if my tires need to be replaced?
So these are new, but there's one trick you can do with older tires. You take a penny.
It cost me just 1 penny.
1 penny. Stick it in. There's Abe Lincoln's head, and if you can see the top of his head against the tire, then it's time.
It's time for new tires.
Time for new tires.
So it's only a penny, but it's going to be costly.
Right. And the other thing too is if you are using underinflated tires, your fuel economy goes up as well.
Yes, and you don't go as fast. Most importantly,
you don't go as fast. Yeah. So really, it's important for both safety and your wallet.
So boil it down for us. If you have a roadside emergency, they don't happen that much, but they do happen.
Yeah.
What should you bring with you in the car? What should you have at all times?
Especially for the summertime, you really should have water in the car.
Water.
Make sure you have some gallons of water. Depending on where you're going, have some basic tools, gloves, maybe a tarp in case you need to get under the car and do some kind of tire change. A blanket if you're going someplace cold. Medication if you have people, older people or young
and a
kids.
charged cell phone.
Yeah, and the big thing is these days your biggest safety item could be your mobile phone.
There's no doubt about it.
Have an extra battery and have a charging cable for it.
What's the least safe and most common thing people do in the car?
On the phone.
On the phone.
Texting. That kind of stuff.
And that really is unsafe, like no kidding around.
Right, absolutely. Although there are a lot of apps that you can use to help you be a safer driver, to let people know where you're going. The big thing is, really, when you're going on a road trip, know where you need to go. Use apps like Waze.
Waze. Also tells you where the cops are.
Yeah, exactly.
Ed Lowe, Motor Trend. Fantastic. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Great to see you.